Dang it. What's up, MSFers, is what I meant to say. We'll just clip the rest of that out for the YouTube channel. I've already got Duelam here on voice. We're gonna dick around for a few 20, maybe 19 minutes, and at the top of the hour, an embargo lifts, and we're gonna be showing off the Red Goblin kit, talking about that. And I think that's all we're probably gonna do for this Friday. I'm sure there is going to be a lot of information coming out. You guys can check out YouTube videos galore that will be coming out with this embargo lift. And real soon, we've got a lot of different embargoes that are going to be lifting over the next days, weeks, with great information for you guys. But today, it'll be the Red Goblin kit at the top of the hour. So, what's up, M7? What's up, Vral? What's up, Rello, who is borderline abusing his power? What's up, Duke? Let's see. What's up, Walking Hate? What's up, Gnomes? Resubscribing for 9 months. You're freaking amazing. Appreciate that. Very nice. Also appreciate the follows coming in after hours there. Duelam, what's going on with you, buddy? Oh, that button doesn't work. Man, it sucks.
Nothing crazy. Just did a video with Juicy this morning. So put a video on his channel, put a video on my channel, and then I was bullied into streaming this morning when I wasn't planning on it. So
yeah,
how that goes. Yep, I got bullied into streaming until 3088 Gaming got on, and then I went and relaxed.
Don't you hate it when they do that? They get you going. Like when somebody raids you just when you're gonna get off, and everybody's like, "Oh, you gotta stay on for another hour." I'm like, I don't know where that rule came from. Like, whatever. You guys get 15 more minutes. That's all I'm doing. Morning, Monguli. You can jump in on voice too if you want. I mean, we're not really doing anything yet for another almost 15 minutes, but just going to get some arena attacks, do those dailies and whatnot. Your message? What was your message, Gnomes?
Did he have a message in his subscription or no?
I don't see it. It doesn't show a message with his subscription. That's weird. No, it didn't show me a message, Gnomes. It just says you subscribed to Tier 1 for 9 months. What's up, Cupcap? Still trying to rid myself of the forever cough. It's getting better. At least I feel healthy. Man, it's Friday too. I'm so excited. I love Fridays in Marvel Strike Force. Even though my stream is usually boring, this is great. Today we have something to do today, which is amazing. Holy cow, look at that. Wife just walked in too with a fresh haircut.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, you gonna show it off? You wanna jump on camera and we'll talk about this Red Goblin kit here pretty soon? No? I think you look gorgeous, honey.
Yeah. Show it off. Be
Come
confident.
on over, let the people see. Come on.
Your webcam just died?
Did my webcam? Oh, something's up. I don't. What's going on with that, man? That's weird.
I don't know. I've never even seen the Irian. I've never seen that come up before.
Oh, was it like a cat? Was it like a cat saying something's wrong?
No, it was like futuristic text that says, "Please start your Irian webcam" or something like that. On, like,
okay,
black screen.
right. They redeemed that over there. I'll hit that for whoever redeemed that. I forgot to set up the camera. I was so excited about Red Goblin's kit reveal today. I will go set that up after this match and let you guys see that camera angle as well. They were trying to, because that camera angle will show off where Raw was standing. That was smart, guys. I'm sorry I screwed that up for you. You would have been able to see her through the window.
Don't say Rello's smart. Don't inflate his ego.
Was that Rello that did it?
That was Rello. Stop that. That was the dumbest thing you ever tried, Rello. Stop that.
We're gonna give him a big ego. I really need to pay attention. Oh my goodness, everybody's stunned and things are happening here. He's stunned. He's got ability block. I think I'm gonna try and just get rid of this. Oh, can I get? Is she? Oh, she's taunting. Dang. I might actually lose this one. Oh my goodness, Robbie's running amok here.
Rello, smart, run. When did you become a comedian?
Uh-oh. This is no good. Goblin's gonna rewind my turn meter. No! Wow, that's a big gobby. Somebody went through the trials again. Okay, that's the first time I've lost with that team in a while because I put the ability block on I put the ability block on APOC. I was supposed to put the ability block on Hard Light since she's there. So, my bad. Oh well. Doolum, go stub your pinky toe. Let's click some red dots while we wait. 14 minutes. What's up, cleaning agent? Cleaning agent, what you got going on tonight, buddy? Come on, share the details. Who's up? What's happening over at the disinfectant wipes stream? as Doolum's
Lysol wipes.
Lysol wipes stream.
Lysol wipes, Mr. Clean, Scrub Daddy. She's called him everything except for
Scrub Daddy. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Like those sponges that you use for cast irons, those really good ones. Those are so good for cast irons. Oh my god, they're great.
What's up, Bean Bear? And Nostradamus. Nostradamus, that's great.
Dude, he followed me this morning, and I was like, that's my second favorite name on Twitch, right behind Married to Toys. That's it. It's him and Married to Toys.
That's fantastic. Mr. Shire has jokes. Doolum of the Shire, yeah.
Mr. Shire has jokes. No, Mrs. Shire has jokes. She's the funny, not me.
So, Doolum, what were you doing with Valley Flying? You and Monguli were talking about Valley Flying about something. What was going on?
Oh, we did the news, the weekly news. Came out yesterday, I believe.
Oh, you did? See, I was busy in the test server all afternoon, all evening, late into the night, with almost nothing working on the test server. Yeah. But luckily, a bunch of others jumped in there, and they showed their mad skills in war with things that I can't talk about. And nice. So I didn't review any content at all yesterday, and I didn't even try.
Yeah, it was a fun time. It was good. I always love talking with Ali. He's very easy to make content with, honestly.
Oh yeah,
very easy.
I mean, he just sets everything up for you, and you just.
It's like we're just talking, and he hits record, and we just talk. Honestly, right. Like it's not even like we have like a script to follow or anything like that. Like it's really, really easy. It's so nice making content with him.
I'm doing good, Bean Bear. How you doing? We're just clicking some red dots, waiting to burn some time to go over Red Goblin.
Close that.
Wait, I think I have a character. I want to go through the character scene here. Oh, dude, I'm so shell-shocked. So, guys, today we're going to be streaming from the test server, which is really, really scary. Because there are things that you can show from the test server, and there's a ton of stuff you cannot. And so I was in the test server all last night, and now I kind of have shell shock. Every time I go to click on something, I have to double check and make sure I'm in my account, not the wrong thing, because there's so much stuff that I'm not allowed to show people.
Just don't show anything until you're in his kit and like in his player screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very, very careful when I switch over to that, and that's all I'm gonna do.
Character, just like you were just in America Chavez, just sit in Red Goblin and don't move. Don't
100%. And I'm probably just gonna take my hands off of the mouse so I don't accidentally click something like I do in Cosmic Crucible.
Can you give me a preview of what to expect from me tonight? Anarchy and chaos, cleaning agent. That's all you can expect from me.
Let's do, no, we gotta do special ISO node farming today.
We won't tell, don't worry, the lawyers will tell.
Oh, goodness.
It's okay, we were playing Guess That Silhouette this morning, and boy, oh boy, was it a good time.
Oh, yeah?
Absolutely.
I'm really enjoying the silhouettes this time around.
I am too, for the exact same reason you are.
Yep.
That people talked about in the call. Absolutely. Yep. I am so happy right now, honestly. Like I couldn't be happier.
This is a great round of silhouettes.
And this being my first round of silhouettes, I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting my standards are way too high.
Yeah, this has never happened before with silhouettes, so this is great.
Silhouettes right here.
Yep. Peak silhouettes, yeah. The only thing I don't like about when the silhouettes come out is I find it absolutely impossible to correctly spell the word silhouettes.
Oh,
It
dude,
is
I have
so
no
hard
prayer.
to spell
No
that
prayer.
right.
Dude, it's like diarrhea. I've got no prayer spelling it
Right?
correctly.
There's like silent H's in there. It's really tough.
I will say, Unspeakable said his guess for number 2 that we don't know, the one that kind of everybody that has been guessing like Mephisto. He said it kind of looks like either the Collector or the Grand Master, from Thor 3 that
Right.
that what's his face played. And I was like, dude, imagine if we got the Grand Master in here. That'd be so cool. I don't know what his powers would be, but that would be awesome.
Okay. Let's go click these dots here. Silhouette. Copcat, that's pretty close to how I spell it, buddy. I love how Azazel is a word that the auto mod stops from going out. I've been seeing that for days.
I was trying to find the word in there. Maestro Hulk. Oh, so like Smart Hulk?
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking? Like Smart Hulk? His deals are his powers are to find you a great deal on apartments.com.
Okay, let's do a raid battle real quick. Oh wow, let's do a bunch of raid battles. I'm capped out and fresh into the raid. I forgot. The raid start just as I get off of work.
You get a second.
And, oh, am I not sharing the screen?
No, I think something changed when you were messing with the camera and
Oh yeah.
I think that. Yeah, you're good now. Thank you.
Is Werewolf by Night one of them? Copcat? I wouldn't be able to tell you if he was.
Yeah.
I'm really. So it sounds. I know that Scopely has put out some messaging about NDAs, and observing the way things are happening, I've got some inside theories that I really feel like they're cracking down on leaks. At least it seems like that. So I mean, there's other stuff. Like I don't even want to talk about my ideas of what's going on because I'm not even sure. So I'm being extraordinarily careful about not responding to anything, saying anything, and it's really hard for me too because normally I avoid the test server altogether, but I've been in there because there's some exciting stuff, and so that makes it that much harder for me.
Yeah.
Nod once for yes, blink once for no.
Just start blinking and nodding really fast. Make it look like you have a seizure.
Yeah, just seize up a little bit. I let chat lead the conversation the other day and just Googled whatever they guessed, but I gave no opinions. Yeah, that's the way you gotta do it. Just give no opinions.
That's pretty much what I did this morning, and people were teaching me about like characters that I had never heard of, and they were like, "Oh, this is the daughter of Mephisto or the son of Mephisto," and I'm like, "Oh my god, cool, okay."
Right, that's why I like the silhouettes when nothing's leaked and everybody's guessing and nobody knows anything, and it's a lot of fun because you get to speculate about characters and people get talking about what they're excited about, hoping that comes to the game, and you learn about the lore of characters, and it makes for a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go after this one.
Rello says, "I know everything."
Hi, babe. Oh, I was gonna fix that camera for you guys. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me. I gotta finish this node now. We'll go here.
Oh, it's Grimace? There you go. Yeah, it's absolutely Grimace.
Are you more excited that you know the characters or what coming next, or would you wish you wouldn't have any informations? I like knowing about it, but it does make me feel just a bit guilty because I know gear pieces and things like that in advance, and that doesn't feel fair to everybody else. But at the same time, I'm also working with the other content creators to try and make sure that these characters are the best that they can be upon release. So I kind of view that as my payment, as I get a few extra days to farm, whatever.
honestly, and knowing is actually, I mean, this is the first time I'm knowing. Knowing is fun because I like seeing people speculate and their thought process, whether they're right or wrong. I like the thought process that they're thinking because it just means that they're thinking about the game, even when they're not playing it, which means engagement is high. And that's obvious on Twitch, right? But like, I want engagement to be high on this game because it's the excitement of silhouettes and like, remember the excitement when the strike time happened, when they finally announced the 3 original characters being part of the Apocalypse Saga to build them, and they were showing APOC animations off, and Mobile Gamer was just jaw on the floor watching APOC slap people. Like, that's the joy of the game. Like, if that was spoiled for people, you wouldn't have that level of excitement. And that's what I like about, like, the limited amount of leaks and seeing people's genuine excitement and mystery and wonder. That's fun for me.
Right. So, there you go, whoever, I think it was Rello that wanted that camera angle. Now you can see Raw through the window there. I see her just ducked down.
Oh my God.
She's hiding over there. Okay, honey, there you go. I changed the camera angle. You're fine now. I did. Look. Yep. See?
Camera angles changed.
Look, there you go. You see?
Isn't she setting up to get on camera anyway? What does it matter?
I don't know. Yeah, it looks like she is, actually. All right, we got 3 minutes, so I am going... Somebody just changed the camera angle back. All right, I actually have to turn off channel point redemptions now that I realize that, because these cameras are showing my screen. And that wouldn't be good.
Nice. That's gonna be good. I always assumed there was a wall there. Yeah, there's a wall on the other side, as you see, but there's not a wall on the other.
All right. Side. So channel point redemptions have been disabled so that I can close this down. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys. What screen can I show you guys that won't? Stupid.
I'm gonna pin the comment of channel points disabled so people don't waste it.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's not gonna work. I guess no, that's not gonna work because it still shows my screen in the bottom corner.
Yep.
All right. Well then, I guess.
Just do your intro. Do your intro one, like when.
Oh, I could do the intro one.
Hey,
yeah,
so
not the
now
intro.
that I got you in the studio.
You could do that one too.
No.
Whatever.
Let's do this one.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
This one will just have that showing. Okay, so that way I can work on it.
There you go.
I probably should have prepared for this a little bit better, but whatever.
This is you preparing. It's fine. You have a whole 30 seconds to go.
Okay, just double checking, making sure nothing's showing up. I'm so nervous about getting into the test server when I'm live. I hate doing this. Freaks. I don't know how the other guys do this on the regular. They probably have a scene completely built for it, and they're prepared for it and all that stuff. Oh God.
Do you see the genuine panic in this man's face?
Like, if you guys could see the loading screen I'm looking at, you would lose your freaking minds. It's so scary to me.
It's not relaxed, Copcat. Like, this is... honestly, even if you guys saw a loading screen, that would be bad. That would be really bad. We can see the loading screen. No, you cannot.
Don't freak me out like that.
Did you just see him pucker?
Yeah, just a minute, honey.
Let Run get the test server up. Hold on, sweetie.
Okay, we are at the top of the hour.
We are. You're good. You're cleared.
Okay, are we clear? I'm on the correct screen, and as long as I don't leave this screen, I think I'm good. Okay. Let's go. Yes. All right.
You can see the new MSF character, Amaranth. Oh, Rolf Kieran, you'd be so happy.
Oh, yeah, wouldn't you?
Ooh, look at the pumpkins. That was awesome. I've actually never seen that. That was really cool.
So, way too raw. Why don't you jump into the content creator channel and you can share your screen and I'll bring you on screen if you want. Or you know what, honey? Let's just keep you in voice. I don't want to go adding windows. Do you mind? I'm too nervous. I really don't want to screw up and then somehow share something I'm not supposed to. So we're just going to play it safe today. I'm going to bring Raw in on voice as well so she can talk about this. And I'm curious to see how much she wants to build this character.
And she knows nothing, correct?
She knows nothing about this either.
Right?
No,
okay.
no.
That's what I thought. Okay.
No, I don't share test server information with my wife. She doesn't
I didn't know if
care
she was under
anyways.
NDA with you. Yeah, I didn't know if she was part of the NDA with you or anything.
She would totally pass on becoming an envoy if they ever offered it to her. She would absolutely pass on that. Hi, honey. I don't hear you.
Still don't hear you.
Try
Red said unique ?
You can always unplug your microphone and plug it back in and see if that changes it, or go into Discord and make sure that the Wavelink microphone is the default microphone on audio input. All right. I actually don't remember what his unique was. Do you remember what his unique is?
I don't know. I haven't heard. It would be a complete guess.
Unfortunately, I already maxed him out, so I don't remember. I want to say that it's astral energy, I think. That's what I want to say it is. I'm not certain.
Astral energy is a little Dragon Ball. Is that correct?
I know it's not spores.
Okay, so it's not spores and it's not Oz formula, right? Because that's what Gwenom is Oz formula.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. We'll have to ask somebody else.
Okay. Astral energy. Nice. 10 out of 10 there. Buddy.
All right. So we're going to start with, you know what? Let's go through the moves. I want to save the passive for last. Okay. So he's going to open up with his ultimate. I have no idea what you're saying, dear. What are you choosing? Should be Wavelink microphone. Here we go. If this character does not have trauma, transfer 5 negative effects from each hive mind ally to self, excluding stun. In raids, copy 5 negative effects from self to each enemy. Clear all negative effects from self, heal 5% of this character's max health, plus 15% per negative effect cleared. Now remember, he's taking all the negative effects from your team, putting them on himself, and then putting it onto the enemies and clearing it from himself. So the enemies have piles of negative effects at this point. And then attack all enemies for 320% damage, plus 125% additional damage per negative effect on the primary target. Apply slow for 2 turns. In raids, prolong the duration of all negative effects on all enemies by 1. That's if they survive the attack. Apply 2 regeneration to self and all symbiote allies. This attack is unavoidable. Now that's a pretty powerful opener, but I want to jump over to the passive to show you guys why it is a devastating opener. I'm going to go ahead and give it the T4 just so we can see what it looks like fully maxed, but I actually don't think that he needs the T4 on his passive. On spawn, gain charged. Apply defense up for 2 turns and 2 deflect to self and all hive minds. In raids, apply taunt for 2 turns to the highest hive mind ally. On turn, heal for 20% of this character's max health. Apply 2 deflect and taunt for 2 turns to the highest hive mind ally. If charged, revive 1 dead symbiote ally with 60% max health, then lose charge. So he gets 1 revive.
Every node.
Every node, he gets one revive for that charge. When this character or a hive mind ally drops below 50% max health, if that character has taunt, do the following to that character. Clear taunt, apply safeguard, and 2 death proof. Fill this character's speed bar by 30%. So what happens is he's going to be moving the taunt around to whoever has the highest health. And when they get low, he's going to give them that safeguard and death proof.
And clear the taunt.
And clear the taunt. Yep. On death of a hive mind ally, fill this character's speed bar by 25%. When an enemy takes damage from bleed, apply 1 deflect up to a maximum of 5 to all hive mind allies. And here's why that ultimate is going to be so powerful, along with the rest of the team, in fact. gain 60% damage. Hive Mind allies gain 60% damage. There is no modifier to that. That's open for anywhere in game.
Yep.
Gain 25% block amount. Hive Mind allies gain 25% block amount.
Are we allowed to talk about what it was before? What changes?
It was limited to raids before. I'm just gonna say it was limited to raids before, and there were some other things too. And this is why we told him put it back in the oven. He's not done cooking, and so he's now making this team do super damage right out of the gates. And so you can easily knock somebody below that 30% mark and start that turn meter rolling and get this team snowballing. And that's why I didn't think his level 5, when an enemy takes damage from bleed, apply 1 deflect up to a maximum of 5 to self and all Hive Mind allies. Because I kind of feel like the way this team looks like it's going to work is they're either going to get the ball rolling and win, or they're not going to get the ball rolling and lose. And the deflects and the enemy taking damage from bleed, a lot of times the enemy's not even going to take a turn, and so they're not going to take damage from bleed, and I just didn't think it was necessary. All right, let's go to the special, which could also be a turn 1 move, but if the AI is controlling it, it's going to go ultimate, then special. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 400% damage. Apply defense down for 2 turns and 2 bleed. In raids, apply trauma for 2 turns to the primary and adjacent targets. Clear all negative effects from all allies. Heal self and all allies for 30% of this character's max health. Apply 2 regeneration to self and all Hive Mind allies. And then his basic attack. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 350% damage. Apply 2 bleed. Gain 2 regeneration. Apply 2 regeneration to the most injured Hive Mind ally. And his basic ISO attack assist or safety attack is basically the same thing. Modified the damage. They usually do a little bit less damage plus some piercing damage or something like that. But it's a repeat of the basic is what his ISO safety attack is.
I can say what the ISO attack is. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 245% damage plus 17% piercing. Apply 2 bleeds, gain 2 regeneration, and then apply 2 regeneration to the most injured Hive Mind ally. So that's going to be what the ISO attack is. That will be in obviously future releases of information and stuff like that.
Yep.
Obviously, it's not in game yet.
All right, I'm going to back out one screen here, and so I was actually thinking about, I thought about the striker attack to get regenerations and some bleeds out there. But I actually think that I may want to go with a raider for a little bit more crit damage. I believe his ultimate on turn 1 is unavoidable. It can be blocked though.
I believe him being Raider will be the best because Gwenom is Striker, and Gwenom probably should be a Striker because of the energy battery, and then Venom is obviously a great Striker. So if you have 2 Strikers with Venom and Gwenom, Red Goblin's a Raider, Void Knight can be Raider or Striker, whatever your preference is, probably Striker, or probably Raider, sorry, and then Carnage is Skirmisher, so you'll have a good spread. I guess people are saying
Daddy Rorix, you're right. Daddy Rorix, I'm sorry, you're right. It is Hammer Tech. Now that you say that, his unique is Hammer Tech, which I think is amazing because not a lot of things are using Hammer Tech. Of course, not a lot of people have done it. Yes, so this character has me changing ISOs around on the team. Like I went Raider with him. I'm thinking maybe Void Knight might switch back to a Striker. Pathfinder is 100% right. Carnage should definitely be a Raider. I do think that maybe Scopely thinks a little bit higher of this character than I do, but of course when he first came out, we were a little bit upset with the way he operated. Now that they've touched him up a bit, and this is supposedly the final build. This is the final release of him. I do think that He's pretty darn good, and he should make it. I mean, the team just smokes the raids, right? But that's a given. Raid teams always smoke their raid lane when they first come out. That's not a big deal.
Yeah, you used Hammer Tech on Slayer, Vulture, Gwenum, or not Gwenum, Gwenpool, stuff like that. So you may not have the most.
Has Hammer Tech? Oh.
Hammer Tech, yeah.
Oh, I think well, see, I've been trying to get all of my uniques up over 100 as I go. It's just one reason I don't have them as much gold. Not this. This is the test account. Don't look at 900 million gold or whatever.
Are you allowed to say what star unlock he is?
I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I don't even remember what he unlocks at. I think he unlocks it.
That's what I was asking, if it was a 2 or a 3.
I think he unlocks it. I don't remember.
I genuinely don't know. I'm still trying to catch up on all this plethora of information, so.
Right. I was more interested in just looking at his kit and the final output of his kit. He is a 3-star unlock, Papa Woody. Yes, I think you're right. I think you're right. He is a 3-star unlock. In the future, because I'm not this guy, guys. I don't do kit release stuff like this. This is why I'm so scared I'm going to share the wrong thing and all that, because I don't normally do this stuff. But in the future, if I do this again, I've learned some lessons, like take notes on what the unique is in the star unlock and all these things that you guys want to know. I was like, okay, I know the kit and the ISO. That's all that matters. So I think that there are some different choices you can do with ISOs on the team. As usual, they're making these teams a little bit more flexible for a different range of ISOs. Ultimately, there's going to be a bigger consensus on which ISO you should use. Most of us agree that maybe starting out with Raider is a good way to go. And that kind of changes the ISOs that you want to use on the rest of the team, because otherwise you're going to end up with everybody Raider or something.
Yeah.
Except for Venom.
This team, like ISO-wise, kind of reminds me of Bifrost, where people were like, "Oh, Sylvie can be a striker or a raider. Loki can be a teen. Loki can be a striker, raider, or healer. And then regular Loki is definitely a skirmisher. And then it was like Ball was the definite striker, which I kind of like. It's the variability of personal preference.
Speed is 107. I believe he's the slowest member of the team.
Sylvie's a raider for me, Pathfinder. Why would she be a striker? Just for the rewind? She does a lot of damage. I like her as raider. So yes, $50 then.
I didn't notice this. He's got 0 dodge chance, 0 block chance, but his block amount is 50%. So, but there's ways to put deflex on the team, I believe. So that's probably what that's about.
Yeah, his whole kit is deflex.
Yeah, his speed is real slow, but he gains some speed through different effects of his kit. And the big thing is that he's moving the taunt around on the team, making it challenging to just tunnel down one character.
Yeah, he's like moving the taunt around, which is kind of cool. The thing I didn't like about this is the charge mechanic being tied to his revive, because you have on node 2 you have Silver Surfer, Quicksilver. Node 3 you have Black Cat. Black Cat also steals charges on her special. It's a perma kill on her ult. So that felt a little bad. I haven't tested it myself, honestly, because I'm like just getting in, so I haven't tested it. I'm hoping in practical use it's still good. Yeah. But the charge mechanic being linked to the only revive on the team is interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Papa Woody. They're not allowing us to stream test server live play yet. The only thing we're allowed to stream is the kit from the roster. Who's confirming that, stochasticism?
What did he say?
He says Black Knight confirmed.
Oh, I don't know.
He's just trying to get it out of you then. That's okay, guys.
Stocky's got a link here. Let's go see what this link is all about.
Juicy.
Yeah. Well, look at that.
That's funny.
We got a Black Knight on the calendar, huh?
That's funny.
There you go, guys. Black Knight confirmed, I guess.
That's hilarious.
Scarlet Spider, the unique is Hammer Tech. Which is a weird choice, right? Why Hammer Tech?
Just be happy it's not spores.
I mean, yeah, but
This is the Marvel Strike Force calendar, isn't it? Yeah, it's copyright 2024 Marvel. This is the Marvel Strike Force calendar. So straight from the horse's mouth, guys. Black Knight confirmed right there.
Yep.
It's from Titter and Facebook.
Titter?
So Scopely just blew the lid off. Yeah, big surprise. Put everybody under an NDA so Scopely can do the reveal. Yeah, I think a lot of people had that in the silhouettes, right, Weapon Z? All right, we can go back to this.
Gotta love Titter.
So, Juicy, what do you think of this kit?
I'm literally just getting here.
Oh, well, I can go over it one more time if you want to see. You want to start with the passive, or do you want to go basic, or what do you want to do?
Passive and speed, that's all I need to know.
Okay, his speed is 107. He's the slowest character on the team, I believe. He does have things in his kit that allow him to get more speed. All right, one more time for those of you just joining us. On spawn, gain charged, apply defense up for 2 turns, and 2 deflect to self and all hive mind allies. In raids, apply taunt for 2 turns to the highest health hive mind ally. On turn, heal for 20% of this character's max health, apply 2 deflect and taunt for 2 turns to the highest health hive mind ally. If charged, revive 1 dead symbiote ally with 60% max health, then lose charge, so he gets the 1 revive per node. This is why we saw in the test footage that Carnage having the taunt, or not Carnage, excuse me, Venom having the taunt, because that apparently was the highest health hive mind in that node. When this character or a hive mind ally drops below 50% max health, if that character has taunt, do the following to that character. Clear the taunt, apply safeguard into death proof, fill this character's speed bar by 30%. So he's gonna be getting speed every time you knock one of his teammates down that have taunt, every time you knock them down. We asked, does this apply to anybody that's knocked under 50%, or is it just the person with taunt? And I haven't gotten back on that yet. I don't know, Doolin, have you heard anything on that one yet?
It was just the one with taunt.
Okay, it's just the one with taunt. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I think someone clarified that in a call. It might have been Benny clarified that.
I think Benny asked the question, and so did.
Yeah,
okay.
It's the one with taunt.
With the one with taunt, and then he gets the 30% turn. On death of a hive mind ally, fill this character's speed bar by 25%. When an enemy takes damage from bleed, apply 1 deflect up to a maximum of 5 to all hive mind allies. Gain 60% damage. Hive mind allies gain 60% damage, and that is not just for raids. That's something to note. This is game wide, so that's real cool.
So imagine, you have a decked out hive mind, just add 60% damage to anybody on your team in every game mode as long as Red Goblin's on the field. And it's not gated behind like 1 tune, 2 tunes, 3 tunes. Like if you just have Red Goblin and Void Knight, he's hitting 60% harder, period, plain and simple.
Or we just took a look at the calendar that has Black Knight on it. Scopely confirmation there. All right, and then his ultimate, which is the turn 1 maneuver for the AI. If this character does not have trauma, transfer 5 negative effects from each hive mind ally to self, excluding stun. In raids, copy 5 negative effects from self to each enemy, then clear all the negative effects from self and heal 5% of this character's max health plus 15% per negative effect cleared. So he's gonna heal right up on that. I mean, depending on how many negative effects the team takes, I guess. Attack all enemies for 320% damage plus 125% additional damage per negative effect on the primary target. Apply slow for 2 turns. This team puts out gajillions of negative effects, and then you're going to be making sure that all the negative effects from your team is on the opposing team, and then he's going to be doing that 125 per negative effect on the primary target. This could hit for a ton of damage. This is a little bit similar to like Agent Venom, right?
Yeah, but way better. I think Agent Venom was 25% per negative effect. He's 125% per negative effect. That's going to delete, like absolutely delete when you have a lot of negative effects on there.
Yeah. Rello, there's one revive mechanic. He gets a charge on spawn, and if somebody dies, he can revive them and then the charge goes away. So he gets one charge chance to revive a character. In raids, prolong the duration of all negative effects on all enemies by 1. Honestly, I think this is like a pointless line in here. The in raids prolong the duration of all negative effects. Playing this character feels like you kill them before they go. You just get going so fast that you don't need to prolong the duration of the negative effects, really. I mean, I guess
this is going to help for newer raids once it gets harder.
Yeah.
It's just like Bifrost. Like Bifrost smacked Incursion 1, and now Incursion 2, it's not smacking it, but it's still doing pretty well. So like, I think this is going to help with future as well when they're not just absolutely deleting them.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. It always gets harder. You're right, Stocky. Yeah, I think you're right about that, like the Bifrost comparison.
Is that in both just in raids or everywhere?
The duration of all negative effects, that's just in raids.
Yeah.
Oh, the revive.
The revive happens everywhere.
Yep.
But you only get the 1. Apply 2 regeneration to self and all symbiote allies. This attack is unavoidable.
And the revive is also only Hive Mind. It is only Hive Mind.
Yeah, it's only Hive Mind.
Hive Mind.
I wish they would at least open that up to symbiotes. I think they should at least open that up to symbiotes, but whatever, that's just me talking, so. All right, go ahead.
If you do it the reason they're doing Hive Mind is for later kits, probably, and for coding issues.
Is there a symbiote room next season in CC, or is that NDA?
That's also
if it was NDA, Osprey, I couldn't tell you, so I'm not going to tell you whether there is or isn't. That 125% per negative effect everywhere could be crazy. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. What's crazy is the 60% damage to the team, which that was originally a lot lower.
Hey, Daddy Rorix, that's interesting. Can you go down to his passive?
His passive.
Does he have a max of 1 charge, or let's say if he doesn't blow the charge on node 1, does he come in and then have another charge?
On spawn gain charged. It doesn't say to a max, does it?
So that's a good point. So he might have there's no charge limit. Yeah, so he might have 2 or 3 charges by the end of the last node. So you might have 2 or 3 revives by the end if you played nodes 1 and 2 well.
Yeah, you can't take the person you have to drop, unfortunately, believe it or not, is actually going to be Venom. That would be the person you'd drop if you have to. Venom's amazingly good and super fun, and spreading those bleeds is so much fun to do, but that's not necessary to do things. So you gotta have Carnage for the speed. Gwenom is going to give like the stuns. There's something else that Gwenom does, I can't remember. Of course, Void Knight clumping them together, the ability blocks, the draining of the energy, those are all important things, so.
Yeah, because they're gonna put them, Venoms you're gonna drop, they're gonna put them on defense.
Thane, you're absolutely right. You're not dropping anybody for sus. This is gonna work better than with sus.
Yeah, this is just Sims in raid. I'm thinking more in CC.
Yes, like I said earlier, guys, this team is going to smoke the current raids. There's no question about that. All the questions are, how well are you going to be able to use them in War and Crucible? And my guess is, offensively, in Crucible and War, there's going to be places to use them, but it will be limited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without sus, this can't be on defense. I could think of 2 teams that will blow it out of the water.
I really don't think that this team can be used on defense in either War or Crucible.
No, it can't. It's not good enough.
It's kind of gonna be similar to Pegasus, that as long as you're going fast enough and you start cutting them up before they get going, you're fine. But if they get going, you're screwed, because they're gonna hit so hard and knock somebody below 30%, they're just gonna take off. All right, so here's the special. This is gonna be the turn 2 attack. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 400% damage and apply defense down for 2 turns and 2 bleed. In raids, apply trauma for 2 turns to primary and adjacent targets. Clear all negative effects from all allies. Heal self and all allies for 30% of this character's max health. Apply 2 regeneration to self and all hive mind allies. I don't think this character warrants any thought toward healer. He has healing in his kit, and that's a thing. But this team isn't really going to need much healing. They're either going to get going and destroy, or they're going to get wiped out. And it's going to be you're going to know whether you're going to win or lose that match right off the bat.
Hive Mind is not a raid team of attrition like Rebirth was, where Rebirth was like, oh, we survive because we keep blocking and we keep healing and we keep getting energy. Like, that's how Rebirth worked. This is you either roll them or you get rolled, period. That's how this team works.
So it's basically Extremes 2.0. This is a glass cannon team. It's the easiest team to think about it as.
Yeah, they're not as tough as Pegasus, I don't think. All right.
Extreme, you mean?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Extreme X-Men are almost the same thing. They're glass cannon-ish. They just blow up the whole. They just blow up the whole raid. They don't actually survive the raid. They just blow it up.
Okay. And then the basic, which is pretty lackluster. And by the way, the basic ISO 8 attack is pretty much the same thing. The damage is split up between piercing and a little bit less regular damage, like usual, but it's a repeat.
Everything's the same thing, though.
Attack primary and adjacent targets for damage and 2 bleed. Gain 2 regeneration. Apply 2 regeneration to the most injured hive mind ally. So that's 2 times through the kit, so everybody should know. I think Raider, several people agree with me. But like I said, I think this team does allow for a little bit of flexibility. And of course, if you're going to be using them in raids, or not raids, if you're going to be using them in Crucible, it'll be dependent on what the room rules are, right? I mean, are we going to switch him to Striker for room 1 or something? Or what the next season room rules are, because that's just around the corner. That's coming out. This season ends on the 9th.
Yeah, that's close.
Yes, he is a Villain City, Bio Protector, Spider-Verse, Symbiote, Hive Mind, War Ready, because I have him War Ready.
The only thing you didn't talk about is his cooldowns are low. He could be interesting for Dark Dimension, because his cooldowns are very low, and he has some good percent damage with the negative effects and stuff. So, because you're in city with him, right? So you're gonna have a lot of negative effects from like the Robbie with the bleeds and stuff like that. So like a DD7 could look like with him, like Robbie, Red Goblin, Venom for more bleeds, and then just make Robbie absolutely take off and just take 25 turns. It could be interesting, but obviously that's way down the road.
And with Gwenom as a striker, she's going to be feeding a lot of energy to this when they're paired up. So I don't really see him even doing his basic attack much. Not unless he's a striker or being called for an assist from someone. Does this team have much assist callouts? I don't think they have many assist callouts.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, yeah. We can go back over those stats. Right now, I have him at 4x4. Level 95, gear tier 18, and he's coming in at 1.3 million health. So let's take a look at what he's going to look like when we rank him up.
Yeah, Daywalker, if you could do that now with 2 villains, 2 heroes, and Sus with Hive Mind, because Gwenom's a hero, and so is Void Knight, and then Venom and Carnage are villains. So if you have Red Goblin instead, you'd have to take out either Venom or Carnage.
1.8 million health at 7x7. Damage 168, armor 58, focus 28, resistance 23, crit damage usual, crit chance pretty usual, speed 107. Like we said, we saw 30% and 25% turn meter gain for different things happening. So
Wonderful D, it's pretty much the exact same thing as his basic. It's just applying regenerations to the most injured ally, Hive Mind, and then also just putting out, I think, 2 more bleeds. It's nothing different from the basic, really. Yeah, he's very slow.
Yeah, he's got like a Forge level of stats, by the way. If you're trying to get those numbers and think about who would feel like that health-wise, that would be Forge.
Yeah. Now, could you guys throw these guys on war defense with America Chavez adjacent to the fastest 2 characters like Void Knight to make them go real fast and hopefully damage somebody right out of the gates? I mean, is that something that you'd even want to think about doing in war?
don't know if they do that much damage to get somebody to drop low, though.
You'd have to be huge. It's like
Yeah.
Pegasus being huge. They only really work if they're gigantic and you're punching up too much. But if not, I mean, War Dogs or Affinity Watchers are just going to blow this thing out the water.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I really don't think this team is going to be useful in defense anywhere.
Nope.
But offensively,
Void Knight.
man, offensively, they're so much fun to play. They're so much fun to play. I mean, we've always enjoyed spreading negative effects with Venom, and it's just crazy. Yeah, the unique is Hammer Tech. So, that's it, guys.
Do you want to go back to your intro screen so now you can move to the regular game again?
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is just close this window altogether. There we go. And I will open up.
Is that the right one?
I hope so. I really wish they would change the color of the test server icon
different.
because they're exactly the same. Yeah,
Absolutely
this is the right one because this is the correct loading screen. Thank God. Just a little bit of a heart attack there.
Yep. The second I said that, he went, not sure.
With Rello, we already have the big leak coming from Scopely today, which is Black Knight.
Yep.
Thanks, Scopely, for giving us an NDA and not letting us say anything about it, but whatever. I was happy that I got to stream Red Goblin's kit, so that's cool.
That's what it is. Yes, 3 alien spores, formula, and hammer tech, correct?
Correct.
What's happening with Black Knight? I don't know. He's on
the calendar of fame. That's all we can say because that's all that's been said.
He's on a social media post. That's all.
So I just feel validated that remember when I first saw Venom, definitely could still skip Venom.
Yeah?
Yeah, but who would want to, man? He's so much
Venom
fun.
Is pretty nuts. Venom is pretty nuts, though.
And he's so much fun on the team. You know, you go after like the boss character on the raid nodes that they got way bigger health bars than everybody else, and you can just load those guys up with the negative effects, and then even Carnage Special doesn't remove them, and so you're just spreading and doing so much damage off of that character. I just love it. I think it's a lot of fun. Okay, I am in my account now, so I can do things without worrying too much about it.
All right, start buying those hammer techs from the Century Store, everybody.
Are they in the Century Store?
I mean, they can be. The uniques are there. Right there where the Palladium is.
I didn't really need to buy that Palladium. I clicked on that reflexively. I could have spent those coins on something better, but oh well, doesn't matter.
Looks like we're about a day away from 96. Yeah, that's pretty much the gold standard for most everybody.
So, I had somebody scheduled for defense up today, and I didn't get them ready in time, I don't think. Oh no, I'd have to go check. Who was I supposed to do today? I don't know if I've got their stuff ready to do a defense up recording or not. Who's on the list?
So excited for the next 2 characters. Same Pathfinder. Same.
Oh, it was supposed to be Zero today. Sorry, Zero. I don't think we're gonna get to it. I don't think Zero sent me his picks anyway. Did he? No, Zero didn't send me his picks. Okay, so I didn't piss him off by setting him up and then skipping him because I don't have the time to do Zero's defense today. See, I'm trying to get everything over 100. I think it's like, what's the most uniques a character can take? Is it like 86 or something to take a character up to 18?
65.
65.
65 is all?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm sitting pretty then. Like, I don't think I have anything under 65 unless I just used it.
And then and then the next gear tier will be a different color, so we're gonna be starting from scratch.
Starting from scratch, okay.
So it's not like it matters, yeah. Yeah, 130 would get you 2.
I'll be right back.
What do you think? Should I get some diamond for Lizard?
I would wait. Just wait till is in the MCU. Say it ain't so.
Yeah, that's it, Stocky. The other envoys were playing with themselves, and I stood there and watched because I'm a voyeur.
That was funny.
That was the NDA'd OnlyFans server. What is this?
That was funny.
Frank Simpson? Nuke. Okay. Frank Charles Simpson.
Oh, so it's not Duke Nukem. What is
Scourge and Weapon 7, huh? Interesting. I'm unfamiliar with the character. Oh, we got some energy. I can go farm, and then... What do you guys want to do today?
Oh, boy.
So, chat, what do you guys think about Red Goblin? Seeing his kit, his speed, some of his stats. What do you guys think about the character? Are you excited? Do you think the hype got out of control? Do you think... Because they took a long time in letting us know his kit. Are you a person who held off from building the hive mind because you didn't know? And how do you feel about it now? Are you a person who went hard on the hive mind? And how do you feel about it now? I'm kind of curious.
Weapon Z has the best take on it. Can be good if you can get off.
The team is too slow outside raids. Yeah, you're gonna have to pick your battles if you want to be offensive with him. Makes no sense they hid his kit so long at all. I 100% agree with that, Scarlet Spider. Hype definitely got out of control. Kinda mid, but that's all right. I think they should have given us his kit weeks ago. Yep, me too. And they never gave us a reason why it took so long. They acted like it's been ready to go for days and days and days. And they're like, well, we just didn't really have a reason to tell you guys. And we're like, we've all been bugging you about this. So many other teams coming out that were mentioned, so his hype died. I haven't touched them, not the free-to-play or anywhere near getting the other members anyway. Really? Oh, where are you guys at? Where's free-to-play at in unlocking the hive mind?
Void Knight, and that's it.
Really?
Yep.
And it's like a 3-star Void Knight because his release is shit.
Speaking of Void Knight, just got mine up a notch.
Like his release method was so bad.
How about who bought 2/3 of the meat suit? Are you gonna buy the third piece of the Nova meat suit?
That's such a weird, gross description.
Well, it looks like he's covered in meat to me. I don't know. 9 shy of Void Knight free to play. Just unlocked Void Knight today. Unlocked Void Knight yesterday. Void Knight's amazing, guys. I think Void Knight's fantastic. I personally don't think that Red Goblin is on par with Void Knight.
I think that's probably
That's very true.
apart from his ultimate, because if you can get to Red Goblin's ultimate outside of raids on this team, it is going to do some very scary things.
If it doesn't kill people, it's gonna get him. It's gonna knock him under 30%.
Turn 1, but he's slow as fuck. And if he goes after Venom, it's better than if he goes before Venom.
He's probably like, if the opponent takes some turns, your team might get knocked under 50% a bunch, and then Red Goblin is going 30, 60, 90% turn meter.
Going before everyone else isn't as good as him going after.
That's right. You want him to go last, so you don't want anybody on your team getting damaged.
It's kind of a weird mechanic because him going last is ideal.
You could just special first and then ult next turn when he gets all the turn meter from people getting low.
Mm-hmm. I really just think that the Hive Mind team either wins or loses, and you know it right away, because they're either gonna get speed going and take over, or they're gonna get deleted before they can get that turn meter rolling. I do think with the 60% increased damage everywhere that Red Goblin brings to the team, as long as you're offensively attacking into a defensive team that is slower than you, you're going to have an easy time knocking people under the red and getting this team rolling. And then you can decide whether you want to go special or alt with Red Gob and play the way you want to play. Did we say that? So he was. We said he was 106, and Venom is 106 also.
They're both 107.
107. They're both 107. Okay.
Like if Venom was 108, this team would be solid.
Right.
Because the problem is,
or if Venom spawned with 5% turn meter,
it would be fine.
It would be fine. He'd go first, and it wouldn't be a huge change in his kit if he just spawned with 5% more turn meter, and then he guarantees to go first, assuming that no one else goes under 50%. I cored half of Void Knights and all of Gwenum's shards, not regretting it.
If you replace Gwenum on, let's say, CC offense to run this as like your shot at a 2025 efficiency team into something like New Avengers, let's say, right? And you run Nick Fury for the speed up. When you do that, you can get 10 negative effects, assuming Venom goes before Red Goblin, or Roblin as I've been jokingly calling him. And you will immediately bam someone up the face with 1,570% damage into the entire team. That's how I've been referring to him, Burnsy. But you would hit for literally 1,570% to everybody.
But he's a protector, so his damage stat's not going to be the best.
I cross-referenced his damage stat. His damage stat is about 168k. So his damage is on par with Ronin, which would put him at 17. His damage stat isn't terrible for a 7/7 blue 4.
So for a 7/7 blue 4, are you taking into account that he also gets a 60% damage no matter where he goes?
That's factored in, yes.
Okay.
And then because every other member of Hive Mind has an identical damage stat, which is kind of wild, you should end up with them at a better damage stat than Red Goblin, actually. They're going to end up closer to Swarm or Phyla-Vell, which is a few spots above Ronin at like 170k. Because they're all at like, I think they're all at like 112 at that mark. They're weird. See if I can find them real quick. I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
That's Rello's. Is this your team, Rello?
Yeah, this Papa Woody, I agree with you. This team, like, just aesthetically looks incredible. Like, the animations for everybody are really nuts.
I do think this team is better than Extreme. I think it's going to be very good, but it's not going to be defining like Extreme.
It's not going to be as good in other game modes as what Extreme and Pegasus have been, just because they've been so high.
Well, you can use Extreme on defense. You can't use this team on defense. I don't think this team is going to be useful on defense at all anywhere.
I had to have had something wrong when I was looking at this last. The damage stat for this team on the other characters is actually like ridiculous. So everyone else in this team is around Archangel's damage stat, actually the exact same. And then you add that 60%. So a maxed out Venom is gonna skyrocket to about Nakia level damage, or close to, and she is
one of the highest in the game.
Nakia is the highest.
No, Vol is.
Or Vol is, yeah. Nakia is like 112 damage below.
They're gonna be right around there. So with that damage stat, those bleeds, your best bet might actually be to look at who you can get those bleeds on right before they go, so that they just bleed and just shoot your turn meter through the ceiling, because that damage is going to be catastrophic.
Yeah.
When you get 4 bleeds off a Venom attack with Striker at that damage stat, people are gonna bleed out.
I'm telling you guys, because I played with the team a little bit. You have no problems in raids. The damage is stupendous. They immediately start knocking people into the red. I mean, we're going through with Sus and we're making it work. you're just not gonna need sus anymore with that 60% boost in damage. They absolutely fly. Yeah, Daddy Rorks, you talk about the only having one charge and there's so many people that remove charge and everything. I don't think that revive mechanic is such a big deal in raids. I don't think you're gonna really need it. We did kind of make, like, I made the joke. I was like, are the other 2 charges coming on his awakened abilities? Because it just seemed like 1 revive, like that's all you really get. Like,
I mean, I don't think they're going to do awakened abilities if somebody's not a legendary or a mythic, though.
No, but we were just saying, like, you get 1 revive for the team.
Right.
But with the damage multiplier of 60%, the team they just knock people under and they get rolling fast. And it reminds me of when the original symbiotes came out. They were super fast and super fun.
The original symbiotes were probably one of my favorite teams, like early going.
I think so, yeah. They were so hyped, man.
This will definitely be an offense team, and I think you drop Gwenom for someone like Fury, and you aim for the squishiest person, you do as much damage as you can, and you just get someone like Venom going.
Yeah, because in a PvP matchup, you're not gonna need energy generation. Most, like, Red Goblin has full energy on his moves. Carnage is starting at full on his move, and then his secondary move, which you'd probably want to use at second to damage somebody if you want to use it at all, is going to be the turn 2 move anyways. See, what do we got with Venom? He's going to start full energy, so you don't need to generate energy in a PvP match because it's going to be over so fast. In raids, yeah, that you need a battery to keep them topped off. Yeah, everybody's starting with full energy, so yeah, you could drop Gwenom, I guess.
The ability of this team is kind of weird because, and as far as why you would drop Gwenom in particular, anywhere you would actually need the energy, you aren't going to beat that team.
Right.
And anywhere you don't, you're already going to beat them so quickly. Once you get going, it doesn't even matter, because once you get those negative effects out onto a character, bleed them, Red Goblin goes, when he ults, it is a lot of damage.
So, who needs...
Burnsy, the problem is that the fastest member on the team by far is Void Knight, at least on spawn, right? Because he gets that on spawn turn meter.
25% turn meter on spawn, and then he's running at 113 speed. It equates to something like 150, I think, or 150-ish.
140.
Gwenom goes second. Gwenom does her ult. Unless you drop someone immediately, Carnage goes second, sorry, and then Gwenom.
Gwenom's... No, Gwenom's 120 speed.
Isn't Carnage 126? Or am I misremembering something?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said... My bad. 126, you're right.
126.
You're right. 126 for Carnage, and then Gwenom. And...
Void Knight, Carnage, then Gwenom. So unless you're going into a team that is slow enough, you just aren't going to do the damage you need.
But I mean, you need to look at it as Void Knight's ult right off rip is going to put, what, 2 stacks of defense down, 2 stacks of ability block, and then you're going to have Gwenom putting stuff out there. I don't even know what Gwenom does. I haven't seen her play because I don't have her unlocked. She does things. She puts, like, offense down or whatever. So the person's going to have, like, 8 or 9 debuffs on them by the time Red Goblin gets his first turn, and he's ulting turn 1, and he's gonna knock down that entire wave or delete the entire wave. So you're gonna get snowballed right there.
Let's do this then. Let's, for the sake of similarities and approximates, let's compare if you were to take this team as an offense team into Pegasus. Since Kestrel's 125 speed, and it just kind of works that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Void Knight goes first, ults, pulls everyone together. You flip 3 positive effects into negative effects on all targets. You put the ability block on rescue because reasons. Okay. Does Pegasus spawn with defense up? I'm sure they do. I know they get deflex, which turn into bleeds. I think rescue does do the defense up.
But the stocky, the offense down being put on there gives more damage to Red Goblin
Yeah.
ult because each negative effect is another 125% damage. What's Hey, Run, do me a favor, go to Gwenum real quick.
Okay.
We got something super scientific we got to look at. Pretty sure she's got the best ass in the game now. I think she overtook Magneto.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen.
We have a winner, everyone. I think Magneto has been dethroned after 5 years at the top.
So Void Knight goes, flips 2 deflex into bleed, flips the defense up from rescue into defense down, then Carnage goes. Is Carnage enough that if you put those bleeds on Kestrel, that you would bleed Kestrel out? If Carnage was comparable size, let's say 95 gear 18,
But
probably not as many diamonds.
I get what you're saying, but the thing is if there's a weak member on the team that you knock under 30%, you end up getting to Red Goblin's ult, and it's game fucking over at that point.
It
Okay.
don't matter. And if you're not killing people, you're at least dropping them into 30%. You're at least dropping one of them into 30%. Because that boss node wave 1 has like an Agent Venom on there that have low armor and will take a lot of damage quick.
And Strategist makes a good point. Why are we still putting Pegasus on defense? That's a bad idea. We know you can just go faster, Eternals it or whatever. But I mean,
I was just pointing out a comparable team that you could,
right,
for all intents and purposes.
right. And you know what? And I don't want to bash people who are putting Pegasus on defense, because there's newer players to the game who are down in gold, silver, whatever, and they're putting different things on the field. You know, I was talking about putting some different stuff in some rooms that we were testing out last night, and people were laughing at me, and I was kind of sitting there thinking in the back of my head, not everybody operates in fucking Masters.
Yep.
And it kind of pisses me off that we all have to think about these, like, you have to use this here. I'm like, there are a lot of people that can't field that team. There are a lot of people that can only field 4 defenses, whether it be War or Crucible, you know, and they're looking to just come up with something clever that takes a few more turns that's not gonna hold, you know? And so it's important to go over ideas about whatever team is on defense. There's no irrelevant team to talk about when you're attacking into them. I just think with this team, we're probably going to be running the 5-piece on offense. I don't see a reason to drop a character for anybody else for any other reason. Like, whatever this team is going to work against, it's going to do fine with the 5-piece, and subbing somebody out probably isn't going to change who you're attacking into. I don't see them edging out another team by subbing in somebody, unless it's like a Super Scroll character or something. And then you're using Super Scroll, and who cares who's with Super Scroll?
I've actually seen Pegasus somewhat on CC defense. Even Mobile Gamer had a level 100, had Pegasus on defense. It was like a 3.2 million, and it still got rolled. Also, sorry to bring the poor news, but Carl Weathers has passed away.
I know, Dylan, you son of a bitch! Why'd you have to die?
Some lower tier teams like New Avengers on defense with Hive Mind, but you would probably need Fury instead of Gwenum just to go fast enough. Because speed would be this problem's team.
Dicky showed us that it does matter who you use with sus. Yeah, well, when you bring useless people from Hive Mind that are reworks that don't do much, yeah, it does matter who you bring.
Yeah, it definitely matters who you bring with sus. When we're talking about who we're going to sub in for the Hive Mind team, I don't think that's as big a deal. I definitely know that there are going to be reasons to talk about subbing out people, but it's irrelevant at this time. Apollo from the original Rocky movies. He was also Dylan from the Predator 1. A fantastic actor.
I think. Was he in Mandalorian?
Yes, he was in Mandalorian. He was the counselor guy at the city there, the mayor or whatever.
No, I mean, I don't know. I never saw Mandalorian.
That's not bad. If you like westerns, the Mandalorian is actually pretty good. Sorry, Lord Richter, I was looking for you, buddy. You must be too high up on the list for me to go after. Oh yeah, Happy Gilmore. That's right.
That's right. Oh, I forgot about that one.
Good pick, Truck and Roll.
Yeah. No kidding. Great.
Anytime
pick.
you can reference Happy Gilmore, you're gonna put a smile on somebody's face, man.
And
Everyone's like, yeah, Happy Gilmore. That was a great movie.
Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison. Just the quality Adam Sandler movies.
Now I'm supposed to put this on hard light. That was my problem last time. I put it on Apocalypse, and that screwed me up.
So many people are like, "Oh my god, I wonder what they're gonna do in CC. It depends on the rooms. I wonder."
Yeah, and no, somebody asked when the room layouts are coming out. I don't remember when that embargo lifts, but it'll be a minute.
I don't either.
It's definitely not happening today.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up on all of the information that's in the Envoys. I'm reading back on like weeks and sometimes months back to understand what's happening. It's a lot. It's a lot of information.
And drama.
Oh god, it's so much drama, but god is it great. I told my fiance, because I was just sitting there chuckling to myself, and she goes, what? I was like, I'm about to put this on the big screen and get a bowl of popcorn for us, 'cause this is hilarious. Right? This is high school drama at its finest.
For a while, it was the only reason I would go to the Envoy server, is to just enjoy the drama sometimes. And it ebbs and flows. There's months where everybody's getting along and being jovial, and I love that too. And then there's some times when people just cannot get along.
Yeah. Hey, strategist, you said Discord has a search feature. You're correct, but when I don't know the keywords that I'm searching for, like a team that's coming out in whenever, I don't know what to search for, so I don't know like what keyword to even find what I'm looking for. I have no idea. Like when I'm looking and I see something and I'm like, oh, first time I've seen those words put together in that order. I wouldn't even know to control F that. So I would have no clue. That's the hard part about it.
Fight any standard defenses lately? What's Stocky referring to?
Fight any standard? What are you referring to? Oh, he thinks so. The running joke in my stream has been I PayPal my opponents, because the opponent I went against in round 3 had a 2.5 million infestation, like a 2.6 rebirth. He had very large war defense teams essentially. So they think I PayPal my opponents. It's a good time.
Well, do you?
Oh yeah. Do you want to re-enable channel points, Ron?
Oh yeah, we can do that.
I'll unpin the message. Good call, Royalty. Sorry about that. Oh my god, Run, look at your gold right now. Incredible. Look how much gold you have. That's it. Quit MSF.
Dulum, you child.
Absolutely.
You motherfucking goon.
You're just mad because I noticed it first.
I would make the same joke, but it's fucking funny. It's just like, you goon.
All right, channel points have been enabled, guys, so you can go nuts.
I was the first one to send that joke to my alliance when I realized our alliance collection power was 69th in the game.
3.4 million scroll Thanos in room 1. Ugh.
Thanos is such a liability for that team. The only thing that does is stop the tech sack. And stopping the tech sack in that way isn't necessarily the most efficient, because it just makes other alternative counters like APOC hold that much easier, because Thanos sits there and does nothing but sit there.
He was Apollo Creed. Yeah, welcome to the conversation from 8.5 minutes ago, kill shot.
Hey man, I've had some pretty bad lag on this stream before. I'm gonna not give anybody any shit about coming in a little bit late. I don't have anything to do but go back through old Dark Dimensions at this point and bullshit with you guys. So
I leveled Void Knight to 96.
Nice.
Oh yeah?
How close are you to 96, Run?
Now I have
that's a good
my
question.
training mats again for when I hit 97 in 3 weeks.
Oh, you're about
3,000.
2,000 above me. Not too bad. Nice. Nice.
Nice has certainly been one of your favorite words today.
Always.
I'm gonna have to switch in so many training mats again. Ugh.
Oh, screw it. I'm gonna go beat up Lord Richter. It's like my favorite pastime in MSF is going after Lord Richter and Jumpy McSpasm. Those are my two favorite arena people to go after.
No, not at all.
As he's sitting here observing you do it.
I think that's why, like, honestly, go ahead, Ron.
Is 78 really that early, Daddy Rourke's? I thought like average males live to 74, 75.
I mean, 78, and the fact that he probably did steroids when he was in his prime of doing action movies, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, people underestimate how yoked he was. Like, he was as big as, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger outside of, like, bodybuilding prime. Like, that man was very large. And believe it or not, he didn't do it just by having his vitamins, like Hulk Hogan said.
His
Not
daily
really.
multivitamin.
Not really how that works, brother.
Okay, I guess I gotta put this on him. He's stunned, but we're gonna go ahead and put it on him anyway. We'll clump them together. For the 2-turn ability block, we're gonna go over here with this one and see if we can't whittle down Super Scroll.
Dude, I really love Void Knight's abilities. They're so cool. They're so cool.
He's got a fun kit.
Yeah.
Why does he have Vol on defense? People think putting a character that has spawns with no buffs and gives another vulnerable is a good thing. People have been trying it.
Not a vulnerable, but
Hey,
exposed.
Very exposed.
Lord Richter, have you tried going up against my defense? Somebody else put my defense up and I got to attack into it, and it was actually pretty tricky. I didn't expect it to be any good because something I thought of, and it was actually pretty tricky, and I think the only reason I won is because I won the coin flip.
I have Morgan on arena defense because it makes APOC extremely fucking hard to kill and land some shit on outside of sus, but usually you have to use sus on sus, so makes days for some people a little difficult.
I know exactly what picture you're talking about, Ultimate Chaos, where he's being picked up by Wilt and Andre the Giant. Yeah, that's definitely true.
T-Dats, if people really want to see the kit one more time, I can, but it's kind of a pain in the ass for me to do it. So this is my arena defense. And what's going on here is very, very little positive effects. Is Hulk giving APOC a little bit more turn meter on spawn or something?
Yep, 10%. Not on spawn, but when he uses his special.
When he uses his special, if he uses his special, which doesn't normally happen.
Well, I mean, he's 133 speed. He should probably use his special pretty quickly.
Yeah.
When I went against it, he never took a turn when I went against somebody who was using the same defense.
Well, you probably ended up rewinding him if he was adjacent to sus, right?
Yep, he was adjacent to sus, and I rewound him, and that's why I moved him over here to this side.
That's why.
And so that was it.
Without Morgan or, A-Bomb and Braun, Rolk is actually fairly fucking squishy.
You kill it easy with...
Not a durable character without the members.
So Lord Richter kills this easy, he says, with Skrull, APOC, Goblin, Weaver, and Black Cat. Which is interesting.
That sounds like way too much thinking. That
Yeah.
sounds like way too much thinking for Arena.
Yeah.
I just run Nightcrawler, Morgan Le Fay, APOC, Sus, and Robbie. That's what I do.
And then Morgan Le Fay, well...
Huh?
Yeah, okay. I
Makes
see that.
APOC super difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
Doesn't suck.
Hey, Ron, did you read the blog? Are you excited?
I didn't read the blog. Oh,
No.
Was that... So they said they put it in the box?
You guys will do this to me sometimes because I want to know.
Oh, you'll know.
drives me nuts.
You'll know in 2 hours.
I know you, smartass. Thanks.
Yep.
Go Raider on Skrull, Skirm on Red Hulk. Skirmisher on Red Hulk? Really? I don't even have a skirmisher unlocked for Red Hulk. So I've got 4 raiders and a striker here. Why raider on? Oh, so it puts out the vulnerable early? So next week after CC payouts, we all know there's going to be tons of 3 diamond horsemen everywhere, right?
No, I wouldn't say tons. You don't know how much they cost. They're pretty expensive. They're still pretty expensive, even if you get the max.
1,800/4,500.
Yeah, you're gonna get 1 3 diamond horseman if you take one of them all the way up, and that's if you get the top 200 payout.
You can do 1 3 and 1 2, or you can realistically do 3 2s and a 1.
Or you could just
you
wait
have
and
the
not
max.
waste it on the horseman. Just don't waste it on the horseman. I'm gonna be honest with you.
All right. Yeah, Xander, they finally got the kit right. I'm going to show you guys one more time. We'll go back in. Some people have requested to see the kit. They're just coming in. We'll show the kit one more time, and then I'm going to raid somebody else.
Yeah, 3 is a lot, royalty. I mean, diamonds wouldn't do nothing. Like, I know people that have diamonds on, like, rogue and, you know, have diamonds on the horseman and stuff like that, and they're pretty nuts. But, like, for average people who are not going to have dark diamond promos coming out of your ears, don't waste them on horsemen.
Just scared myself again.
Nope. Okay. Nice.
I don't like doing this.
Given how large my Darkhold is, I've considered doing Morgan at least to 2, because I should be getting the 10k.
Yeah, I don't have 7 red on the horseman either. I think Red Hulk's my only horseman that's 7 red, if I'm not mistaken.
Last chance to spend ISO 8 campaign energy on the bonus event, says T-Dets.
And Rogue at 7. And
Oh my God.
I've considered doing Morgan.
It's the
Not
best looking
so
man
much on
in
roll,
MSF.
Sometimes.
Hi, Benny.
What's up, guys?
What up,
Yeah.
Benny?
Hey, Benny. Just making sure I'm not sharing anything I'm not supposed to be.
Hey, Benny,
Oh,
I'd like to preface with, if I have any stupid questions in the Envoy chat, please excuse me. There's so much to learn.
There's so much stupidity in Envoy chat. Don't worry, it would.
Oh,
it would be
dude,
fine.
I told Run I wanted a bowl of popcorn, and when I was reading through some of it, I was enjoying it. All the stuff going on. Oh man, it was exhilarating.
All right, so starting off, everybody likes to know the speed. He's 107, which
What
is the
heck
exact same
Envoy
as Venom.
chat? Is it just like a high school soap
Yes.
opera or some
Yeah.
shit?
Pretty much.
What
Good
the
times.
fuck?
You know what? It ebbs and flows. Like I said, sometimes everybody's getting along. It's jovial. It's fun. We're having a good time. Other times,
you
people just get upset for reasons. I don't know.
When you get 35 passionate people about a game, there's going to be differing opinions, and that's where the differing opinions come from, essentially. Because
And differing levels of intellect too.
Well, I'm not going to make comments on that, but people get passionate about things. All right, Scarlet Shredder. This is the passive. For those of you just joining us, we're going to go through this one more time. On spawn, gain charged. Now, we don't know, maybe Benny, I don't know if you've asked, but we don't know if there's no limit. It doesn't have a limit on how many charged he can gain. And if he doesn't lose the charge, can he start stacking them up node after node in raids? I don't know that.
Oh, interesting.
We never asked. I don't know.
that either.
yeah,
I
Daddy
didn't test
That's what
Lord.
we learned.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no way to clear it, and it doesn't. It doesn't.
It only
say it's
clears if he
capped.
revives somebody. That's it. So
And it doesn't
Yeah.
say up to a maximum of 1.
Yeah.
QS and BioNode 2 would like to say hello.
Same with the Silver Surfer. Same with the Black Cat.
right.
Listen, Linda, we don't want to talk about that.
Hey guys,
Just the QS.
don't worry. The team will smoke the raids. It's not a problem. They're going to work in raids. Scopely always make sure that the teams work well in their raid. Now, I don't know when the raids change and scale up and we get new raids or difficulties or whatever. I don't know where it's going to go now, but at the highest current difficulty raid, this team is going to do just fine. The question is, how effective are they going to be outside of raids? How effective are characters going to be as plug and play? How effective is the team going to synergize together? All that stuff. But as far as raids go,
The answer is corn.
yeah, and honestly, this charged revive thing, if you're needing it, you're probably doing the raid wrong, honestly. Like, I don't even see needing the revive, and we'll get down to it at the bottom of the passive, why you're probably not going to need the revive. Okay. Apply defense up for 2 turns and 2 deflect to self and all hive mind allies. In raids, apply taunt for 2 turns to the highest hive mind ally. On turn, heal 20% of this character's max health. Apply 2 deflect and taunt for 2 turns to the highest hive mind ally. That means every time he's taking a turn, he's moving the taunt to whoever has the highest health. So the taunt's always moving around the team. And then, if charged, revive 1 dead symbiote ally with 60% max health, then lose the charge. That's the only way he can lose this charge. So it may be that the charges will carry over and stack up every node. When this character or a hive mind ally drops below 50% max health, if that character has taunt, do the following to that character. Clear the taunt, apply safeguard, and 2 death proof. So he's not going to let his teammates die. Fill this character's speed bar by 30%.
The safeguard is not only in raids, it's everywhere. Just want to note that. I think this is the first non-legendary to give safeguard to other people outside of raids or outside of specific game modes.
Oh, okay. On death of a hive mind ally, fill this character's speed bar by 25%. When an enemy takes damage from bleed, apply a deflect up to a maximum of 5 to all hive mind allies. In my experience, this doesn't happen all that much because if you're playing things right, the enemy doesn't get an opportunity to take many turns. You end up going so fast. And here's why. Gain 60% damage to self and all hive mind allies. This is everywhere. 60% damage, and Athame was running us over some numbers, and he's saying that basically this puts some of the other characters on the team on par with Nokia level damage. Gain 25% block amount, hive mind allies gain 25% block amount. So even though this is one of the slowest characters on the team, the others start going and start doing so much damage, especially in raids, that you get your turn meter going from the carnage, and they just take off.
From literally the carnage.
Yeah. From the carnage and the carnage passive as well. All right, his ultimate, which is the turn 1 move when controlled by the AI, and you may choose to use the second because Venom and Red Goblin technically have the same speed, and it's a coin flip of who will go, unless one of your characters starts getting knocked below certain points, and then Red Goblin gets more speed. And you may choose to use the special first instead and save this for later. But honestly, if you get to pop one of these bad boys off into a pile of negative effects, you're going to have so much fun. If this character does not have trauma, transfer 5 negative effects from each hive mind ally to self, excluding stun. In raids, copy 5 negative effects from self to each enemy. Clear all negative effects from self, heal 5% of this character's max health plus 15% per negative effect cleared. Attack all enemies for 320% damage, which doesn't sound like that much until you get to the 125% additional damage per negative effect on the primary target. There will be oodles of negative effects on the primary target, and you're going to be putting more on the primary target because of the first part of this attack, and you'll then apply slow for 2 turns. In raids, prolong the duration of all negative effects on all enemies by 1, that is if they're still alive. Apply 2 regeneration to self and all symbiote allies. This attack is unavoidable. Can be blocked, but it is unavoidable.
And a 4/4 cooldown's pretty nice too.
Yeah, 4/4 cooldown in raids with Gwenem putting out energy. I think he's going to be doing that a lot.
He's gonna have ult on almost every turn, like every other turn.
Every other turn, he's gonna be able to ult and just crush people. This will be a pretty. You'll be able to get to sim pretty easy, I think. I don't know. I never tried running it on auto to see how it'll virtually sim. All right, here's the special. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 400% damage and apply defense down for 2 turns and 2 bleed. In raids, apply trauma for 2 turns to primary and adjacent targets. Clear all negative effects from all allies, heal self and all allies for 30% of this character's max health. Apply 2 regeneration to self and all hive mind allies.
All allies, regardless of game mode, regardless of tag, cleanse, and healing. Do you know what healer doesn't heal anybody outside of her own team? Captain Carter.
Yep.
She's a healer. This is a protector.
But if we're reading it right, that only happens if that character has taunt. And it's a hive mind ally.
His special.
No.
Read his special.
This is the special. Clear all negative effects from all allies. Heal self and all allies for 30% of this character's max
No,
health.
I thought
Period.
I was responding to the comment about the safeguard. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
Context.
And this is he cleanses before he heals, which is also very important.
Yep, because you'll get rid of the heal block, assuming there's no trauma on this character. All right. And the basic attack, which in my opinion is pretty lackluster and probably useless in raids, basically. I don't think Striker's the way to go on him. So his safety attack, or the ISO counter assist attack, is the same thing, basically. A little less damage mixed with some piercing damage, but then the rest is all identical. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 350 damage and apply 2 bleed. Gain 2 regeneration. Apply 2 regeneration to the most injured hive mind ally. So I would like it if he applied 2 regeneration to the most injured ally, and then combining that with his special, you could make him a striker and use him on other teams as a healer. But that's it.
I mean, the problem with this team is that he has the least satisfactory striker attack behind 2 decent striker attacks and 2 amazing striker attacks.
Yeah, I like him as a raider for the big crit damage to knock people under 30% and get that turn meter rolling.
Yep.
150 crit damage with blue ISO for Raider. 150% crit damage plus like a 2000% multiplier on his ultimate is that's gonna be pretty nuts. Like that's gonna do a lot of damage.
So at a 7x7 level 95 gear tier 18 blue 4 Raider, he's 1.8 million health, which isn't amazing, but it's good enough. Damage is 168, armor 58, focus 28, resistance 23. And then his speed 107.
168, not on a striker.
Uh-huh.
It's just, it's really nice.
And then 60% on top of that from his passive.
60% on top of that.
60% is included in that.
Is
that?
That's
the 60% included?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gotcha.
Everyone else on the team's damage stat is going to be like ridiculously higher. They're all going to be like top damage in the game after the Goblin passive.
Wait.
Yeah.
Where's he pulling those pumpkins from?
Don't worry about it. That's his secret, and he'll keep it there, all right, bud?
Oh my God.
Now you're asking the real embargoed questions here.
I kind of think it looks like I think what it looks like, right? That's kind of what it looks like to you guys. Hold on, let's rotate them and see where those things are coming from here. Okay. Go ahead, buddy, do it again. Oh, look at that! They're coming right out the backside.
All right.
If you can tell me where
the prison pocket.
Oh my God.
I don't know if you can make that a YouTube title run. The Red Goblin's prison pocket. That one might get flagged for inappropriate language.
I wonder why.
Welcome to the voice channel, Betty. How you doing, bud?
I was trying to ask if you can tell me where Gwenum's tongue and teeth occur. I'll tell you where the pumpkin bombs.
Yeah, really, right?
Because the jaw starts from the hoodie, but it continues on the tongue, which is on her chest.
Right? Which she uses like a tail or a whip or something. I don't know.
And like, where's her actual mouth?
Hey, Benny, while we're on Gwenum, do you agree that Gwenum's ass is better than Magneto's? Do we think we finally have a new winner on best ass in MSF?
I didn't know Magneto was in the running. I've never looked.
Absolutely. Magneto's. Look at Magneto right now.
My upcoming video, Duelim.
What?
If using your teeth, you're doing something wrong.
Look at Magneto, run. Magneto?
I'm not, no, I'm not leaving this screen. I'm not leaving this screen. Don't tell me to touch buttons right now.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, so in fact, we're gonna just close out of the test server there, and we're gonna go raid somebody else.
Aw.
Wait, run.
Yeah.
If the viewers want a better taste of what you just closed out of, I hear there's somebody who put out an infographic.
Oh,
about the kit.
I wonder who that would be.
Really? Well, that person should put the links to that infographic in chat so people can go check that out.
Oh, I'm actually. They know where to find me.
He's like, I ain't doing that kind of work, man. All right, so
Yeah, I'm outside.
Dorky Dad says he's doing the Goblin trials, but he's actually playing Paul World. So I'm gonna send you guys over to Ambassador Al, who is doing Marvel Strike
Fighter. Everywhere right now.
I know, man. I want to get in there and play that.
You just want to get in there and play with them, huh?
Hey, take it how you want, man. That game looks fun.
Pokemon with guns and slavery, yes, that is Power World. It is a very... The context of the game can be taken very darkly.
I see.
You guys in chat are cracking me up. Okay, everybody have a great weekend. I don't know what's going on tonight, but I'm going to be hanging out on Twitch in people's chats where I just absolutely love to be. Friday's my favorite day for Twitch. Today was an absolutely fantastic day for me because I actually got to stream something important instead of signing off and then all the good stuff happening. Yeah. So that was really cool. Thank you guys for joining me in voice and hanging out with me, going over these kits and sharing your ideas and thoughts on the Red Goblin kit. I hope you guys enjoy Red Goblin and you like the team, because I enjoy playing with the team and I think they're pretty fun. I don't know how I feel just yet about Red Goblin. I don't think I'm as excited as some people. How do you feel
about the new Cosmic Crucible character, Black Knight?
No comment.
Actually.
So, Doolin will be taking the stage on Cleaning Agent stream tonight, so be sure to go over there and watch him make an ass out of himself. Bye, guys.